chasing the police every single day.
Developing this morning, an officer rushed to the hospital after an accidental shooting.
Yeah, investigators revealing new information to us about why he fired that weapon. Local 10's Parker Branton joins us live from Davie with more on this. You've been covering this since the sun came up, Parker, so what have you found out?
JC area, good morning. This officer, Davie police officer, is still in the hospital being treated. This incident started at this home right here behind me. The officer reportedly had a dog charge at him. He fired off his weapon and accidentally shot himself. A police officer is in the hospital after accidentally shooting himself in the hand in a Davie neighborhood. This happened just before 3 this morning on Southwest 116th Way. The Davie police officer handling a non-criminal incident at a home when a dog charged at him and the officer fired his weapon. Home surveillance cameras capture what appears to be that officer walking back and forth from the home. Moments later, you see cops pulling up, lights flashing, officers getting out of their patrol vehicles and rushing towards the house.
I didn't hear any gunshots. I just saw lights and a lot of red and blue flashing lights. That's about it. Well, I assumed something was up.
A short time goes by when 2 officers are seen walking on the sidewalk, one grasping his hand. He gets to the back of the patrol car and appears to start wrapping something around the wound to stop the bleeding. He seems to be frustrated as the situation unfolds. Several of the officers gathering around, shining their lights on the wound. An ambulance arrives and the Davie cop is put in the back and transported to the hospital. Detectives roped off the blood-stained street as they collected evidence and spoke with the homeowner. The dog the officer fired his weapon at was grazed by a bullet and is now doing okay. And you're taking a live look out here at police on the scene monitoring this situation. Again, the dog is okay involved. Also, the officer being treated in the hospital is expected to be okay and released shortly. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at ParkerWPLG. And if we get any more information about this case, I'll be sure to pass it along. We're live in Davie. Parker Branton, Local 10 News.
Watch. Cop furious after trying to shoot family's dog and shot himself instead. Jack Burns, December 23, 2019. Davie, Florida. Proportionately, cops kill exponentially more dogs than they do people. It's quite a strange phenomena because postal workers don't seem to have the same problems with dogs like cops do. It's so devious, the killing of family pets by those sworn to serve and protect the public. We actually keep an archive of stories of cops killing man's best friend. But one cop learned the hard way shooting a dog can be dangerous. He shot himself instead of the dog. A Davie police officer, whose name has not been released presumably out of embarrassment, shot himself in the hand after a boxer named Bella allegedly charged at him. The officer raised his weapon out of fear for his life and fired one round which passed right through his left hand, the one he raised to protect himself from the charging dog. Bella was only grazed by the bullet and suffered only a minor injury. The cop, however, was caught on home surveillance video pacing back and forth, even kicking the bumper to his squad car. Responding officers to the shots fired over the radio announcement quickly arrived, with many using their flashlights to get a look at their fellow officer's wound. Moments later, an ambulance arrived and carted off the presumably humiliated officer. Fortunately, the family's pet did not suffer any life-threatening injuries from the man attempting to dispatch the protective boxer police say was charging at the cop. Davie Police spokesperson Lieutenant Mark Leone said the officer was responding to a non-criminal call inside a mobile home community on Southwest 116th Way. Leone claims the officer was in fear for his life, which is why he felt compelled to attempt to kill the dog in front of its family. However, if he was in actual fear of his life, we would hear about many more people being killed by dogs on the news every day. In reality, however, this does not happen. When the police officer got to the front door of the residence, the family pet happens to be a female boxer named Bella, ran right past him and went toward the officer. The officer was in fear, drew his firearm and fired one shot. Right now I'm being told that the dog is still at home with the family. Cynical critics of police killing family pets quickly took to social media to express their pleasure the cop got injured. Others whose dogs have been killed by cops will likely share the same sentiment. Cop apologists, however, are quick to defend officers, saying the decision of whether to pull the trigger is made in an instant and police officers should be supported. Unfortunately, the fact remains, the killing of family pets by cops has become an epidemic, according to a 2018 report by the Justice Department, DOJ. According to Criminal Legal News, the DOJ estimates that around 25 to 30 dogs are killed by cops every day, with some numbers as high as 10,000 per year. The totals could, in fact, be higher, since most police agencies do not formally track officer-involved shootings involving animals. Not only are officer-involved shootings of animals not being tracked, but officer-involved shootings of people are only tracked by the FBI on a voluntary basis. In other words, if law enforcement agencies choose not to report their shootings to the FBI each year, it does not matter. There is literally no accountability at the federal level for officer-involved shootings of any kind, unless of course the feds are called in to investigate on a case-by-case basis. We at TFTP are not a political organization and we do not condone violence of any kind. We are not happy the officer in this case was injured, but we are ecstatic Bella can live to serve and protect her family another day and hopefully for many more days to come. Davie Police, however, may have other plans for Bella. Under so-called dangerous dog laws, Davie Police may attempt to declare Bella a threat and confiscate and euthanize Bella. Fortunately, citizens have constitutional rights and can secure a lawyer to defend their family pets from euthanasia by cops. According to one article from NALO, under the dangerous dog laws in many states, animal control officers may also impound a dog during proceedings to decide if it's a risk to the public because of its history of biting or attacking people, or sometimes other dogs. These laws usually include provisions for ordering dangerous dogs euthanized in certain circumstances. For more information about what you can do if your dog is shot and killed by police, or if your dog has been deemed a threat and has been confiscated, please visit the Animal Legal Defense Fund, ALDF.
Hey Sheriff County, this is Sheriff County COPWATCH. I am using any video here with under fair use if you have criticism, reporting, teaching, etc. And please donate. I do not make money from YouTube, and there are different ways to donate in the video links. Thanks.